there! Today I'm going to be talking about this pen. It's a Kaweco pen, and this was sent to me by Jet Pens. And I enjoy this pen. It's one of the sport models, but I really like it because of the material. It's a very different type of material. So you've seen me review the plastic sport, and I've reviewed some other sports, but this one I like because of the finish. It comes in one of those cute Kaweco tins, which I like a lot. Jet Pens threw in a little leather pen sheath, which your pen just slides into to keep it protected from scratches. You can throw it in the pocket of your trousers or something. But actually, with this pen, that's not completely necessary. And we're talking about the Kaweco AL Sport, aluminum sport, aluminium, depending on your geographic location, you'll have one or the other pronunciation. This is a raw aluminum finish, and that means that it will actually scratch. And that's how the pen was designed. So Kaweco wants you to put this in your pocket, have it interact with your keys, do all kinds of stuff, and develop some scratches. Why? Because then the finish actually is completely personalized. It belongs to you. It's your pen. I like that idea a lot. The original Star Wars trilogy, this is going to be completely geeky. That looked so cool because everything looked used. And that's what I love. A pen is a tool. It has to look used. Who cares if it has a little scratch? As long as it works, it doesn't get really broken or cracked, who cares? This is aluminum. It's not going to crack. I'm going to tell you about the past of the pen, tell you what I like about it, what I don't like about it, and I'll do a writing sample. Okay, let's start at the very top end of the pen. Now you get the Kaweco logo, which I've shown you a couple of times in other pens. I kind of like it, the Kaweco 3-syllable thing. I'm not sure how well you can see it. It's sort of chrome against chrome color. So then you get the cap. It's not different from the regular sport. It's the same faceted design. You have the barrel, which has a nice step down. I believe the plastic sport has that too. At the end of the barrel there is this nice little thing, which is probably a side effect from how it was made, I'm assuming. You unscrew it, you can post it for easy use, then it turns into a nicely sized pen. Without posting it would be a little bit too small for me. It's not very comfortable to hold like this. So you can do that. And actually, the one thing I haven't shown you that, but on the cap, one of the facets, it actually says Kaweco AL Sport Germany. I like that a lot. Then we have the section again. Section, same thing as on the regular sport, except made of this aluminium. And then the nib that we've seen a couple of times before. The Kaweco nib has the scroll work, has the logo, has the M for medium on it. And yes, this is a regular nib of the Kaweco Sport pen. So you can also put in another nib from another Kaweco pen that you have. I think they do EF, so extra fine, fine, medium, and broad, and even double broad. And then there are some italic nibs for calligraphy. I'm not sure whether those will fit in here, but anything from extra fine to double broad will fit, and they're pretty cheap to replace, so that's kind of cool. You just screw out the nib unit, throw a new one in. What I put in here is a Templar mini converter. The Templar mini converter was sent to me by Bill. Bill always sends me the greatest stuff. It's a very small converter, as you can see, that has the size of an international short cartridge. It's just a Chinese cartridge, and they've cut off that bit, the bit near the twisted piston turning knob there, and then it fits. So it's actually a pretty cool design. I like that. It fits well in the sport. So it works, and I think it holds a little bit more ink than that squeeze type Kaweco converter. So that's all quite cool. What do I like about the pen? What do I not like about it? Well, you're definitely going to pay a lot more for this than you will for a plastic sport. I think the current price is $79 at Jet Pens, whereas a regular plastic sport is much cheaper. Then again, if you're standing your plastic sport, it's done for, and this will definitely take something. It feels very robust. I particularly like that idea of getting this pen to look used, and I'm not sure how well the camera is going to pick this up. But as you can see on this facet right there, there's definitely already been some bruising going on, and I like that. I love it. I hope this will get a lot more scratchy and will just, reflect me and reflect my personality, because I'm really scratched and dented. Anyway, I like that. Things I don't like about the pen, same things that extend to the regular Kaweco plastic pens. They're small. I mean, if you have fairly large hands, the pen will just disappear in your hand, and that's not necessarily for everyone. Also, you have to post it. So if you take a quick note, you do actually have to go through the trouble to put it on there. But hey, as to posting, very secure. As you can see, the cap will not fall off. You can really push it on there securely. And that, of course, gives a nice little, I'm not sure if you can see that, that gives some nice micro scratches too. You see that right there? Some nice scratches from when you actually post it. That's pretty cool. So in all, I really like it. But the big question is, I mean, there are things I don't like about it. Well, I found the nib a little bit dry, but I've had that with other Kaweco nibs too. You can work on that. But of course, if you buy a $79 pen, you want it to write great out of the box. So that could be an issue for some people. I got the feeling it depends a bit. It varies from nib to nib with Kaweco. Having said that, I like the pen. I think it's cool. I love that finish. It's just a nice pen. The big question, of course, is it worth the money? Is it worth paying $79 for? Well, it's a well-made pen, and it really feels robust in your hands. It's not something that will easily crack or something. You really feel the metal. It's a nice feel. I like that. For me, I think it would be worth it. Yeah. I mean, we're not talking about an astronomical amount, but for me, this would be worth it. Okay, I'm just putting it on my scale. I get about 20 grams size. Pull out the calipers. I get 106 millimeters capped, uncapped. I get 100. Section diameter is a little bit of an hourglass shape, but I'll do it right below the nib. I get 10, then in the middle I also get about 10, just a little less, about 9.5. So that's about what you're looking at. I think that's more than enough talk. I think we need to see this pen in action. Jet Pens, thanks for supplying me with this. I hope this review was useful, and I'll see you later. Bye bye. Okay, so here we go with this Kaweco I keep forgetting the name, All Sport. When you have too many pens, my friends, you start to lose names. All Sport, and this is the raw aluminum. This is a medium nib, and the ink is Mont Blanc, oyster grey. The nib is smooth. I like it. It writes nicely. My initial impression was that it was a little bit dry. I'm just doing some fast writing here. See while the nib keeps up. Even at very high speed, I don't see any skipping. This is actually not a skip. I never covered that with ink. Very nice. It's just very pleasant to use. As to line variation, you can see you can squeeze a bit out. You get a little bit of a railroading problem because it's not meant to be flexed that much. It's quite nice. As to wetness, it's not as dry as I thought it was. I have so many Kawecos that I kind of mix them up sometimes, but not as bad as I thought it was. Pretty nice wet line they got there. That's quite cool. Maybe we should do a little bit of reverse writing. Definitely scratchier, but not, I mean, it will work for a short bit, and you will definitely get finer writing. So that's it. Thanks much to jetpens.com who sent me this to review. Thanks a lot. I enjoyed using it. It's a cool pen. I hope you found this review useful, and I'll see you later. Bye bye.